Got the wide angle. Good. Don't make me look wide. I haven't been working out, Dylan.
I know you got cut off on it. Makes you look.
You gotta start flexing as I'm talking. This light right here.
It's fun.
All right. I think, what'd you name this car?
Old Faithful.
Old Faithful. Old Faithful. So this is Old Faithful now. We got Old Trusty. Now we got Old Faithful. So. For whatever reason, my car started doing really good about a year when they're a year old. This car's a year old, and now it's been doing phenomenal this year. Just been killing it all year. Gotta start out, I gotta give a shout out to everybody that supports this car. Can-Am, they build an awesome, X3 is just a beautiful artwork of a car. It just takes so much abuse, and it's so robust and how tough the car is. And of course, you know, I gotta give a shout out real quick to all the sponsors on the car. You know, everybody from Wayne that does the shocks, HCR suspension, RCV, Zollinger, these double shear knuckles on the front and rear are just phenomenal. We got Willwood brakes on this car. They're awesome on here too. Of course, Evolution Power Sports does the tuning on the car. And then we got Halo Locker in there, and we got Raceline rims. All the people on this car do a great job. We got some FK rod end parts on this car too. They do a great job. We got CA Tech radius rods and tie rods. Everybody on it. We got hydraulic steering in the car. This car is just bulletproof, and I think I proved it this weekend. We went 4 for 4 in this car, won all 4 races, put the car on double duty. So we ran 2 20-minute races back to back, the first night and the second night, and the car did a phenomenal job. All right, we'll carry this right on into the racing. So we come out and we were able to qualify 1 and 2. So we qualified first in the open, second in the pro mod. I think we got edged out by a couple tenths of a second. Wasn't too worried about it. Knew I got to start on the front row, so I was really happy with where we were. Moving right on into Friday, our heat races, long track. We came out and started racing. I guess it was short track Friday. It was short track. Yeah, so we ran short track Friday, I'm sorry. And so we come out, the open class was able to pull a whole shot, kind of get out front, built us a little cushion in there. Ran really hard where I felt like it was safe and backed off where I thought there was more risk to the car. And just kind of held, got us a lead, which we got lucky we did. We ended up having a throttle pedal issue in the car. Right at the end of the race, the last lap, the car actually went into limp mode, and I was assuming it was a throttle pedal in the car. And so I was playing with it, trying to fight with it, get it working. Was able to get it to the finish line, had to shut the car off and start it back up. Luckily we had enough of a buffer in there, I could get that done and get it to the finish line. We went to the pit, had the guys work on the car, put a new belt on the car, do all this stuff. While I went to the podium, come back, jumped in the car, lined right back up immediately for the Pro Mod race. Came out in the Pro Mod race, me and I think it was Cash LaCroix battled back and forth for the first 2 or 3 laps. He was charging real hard in the rocks, which I was okay with. I knew it was a 20-minute race plus a lap, so I knew running that hard that early, the chance of failure or breaking the car was pretty high for him. So I just kind of mitigated, just stayed with him and stayed out in front of him, let him charge up on me in the rocks, just kind of held him there at bay, and he ended up having a failure. I don't really know what happened, what he hit or what happened to him. Was able to win that one, got it done. So then we move right on into Saturday racing. This is for all the money, all the glory, so to speak, I guess. So we go right into Saturday, come out in the open class, pull a whole shot in the open class, roll pretty good. Had a couple guys come up next to us doing a little bit of battle. I think with Tyler Gibbs, was able to kind of hold Tyler at bay and get a little bit of a lead built up and get out in front of him and kind of hold it there. Immediately pulled the car back into the pit again, let the guys go through it, went to the podium. I knew I had to run it right back. As soon as I got off the podium, the guys put a new belt on the car, checked the car all over. Everything with the car seemed okay. And I don't really think they had to do anything else to the car. I think we just changed the belt was the biggest thing and checked all the joints. Come back, got in it, pulled right to the starting line, but this time they were already pulling up, so I drove it straight to the starting line, lined up. We took off racing, me and Travis Zollinger on the front row, and we come down, and as I'm coming down, I could feel I forgot to warm the belt up. So brand new belt, hot clutches, don't really mix. You got to get the belt broke in and get it warmed up. And I didn't do any of that. And so that's an error on my part as a driver. So we come down through and we're going to make the left, and I can feel the car slipping real bad. And I'm trying to stay in it because I want to stay out in front of the pack. I don't want to get shuffled to the back and end up in a bad position. And the car goes into limp mode. Completely shuts down. It's registering the belt slipping, so it shuts down on me. Pull over to the inside of the track, have to shut the car off, refire the car up. And this point in time, we're last. We're dead last out of the whole shot. And so I'm thinking, all right, you know, I don't even know what I can do here. I said, we're just gonna go ring it out for everything it has in it, all it's worth. We're gonna bomb the rocks every lap, every time, till we either get to the front or we break. And we came out on top, man. We kept bombing the rocks, and this thing just kept taking it, dude. The Nitto tires, the Raceline rims, the suspension, all the A-arms, all the parts, the Can-Am itself, it just took a beating. And we drove it all the way to the front, and then we got to the front, and to be honest with you, my first comment to Mr. Hickman, who was on my spotter, is I get in the lead, we're in the lead, come around, and I'm like, all right, how much time we have? And he gets on the radio and he goes, I think you got 8 or 9 minutes left. And my comment back was, oh crap. Like, I thought we were getting to the end of the race. I said, I just beat the crap out of the car, and now I got to make it survive for another 8 or 9 minutes plus a lap. And so then I'm just waiting. I'm like, please throw me the white flag. Please throw the white flag. So I'm running around just hoping I don't break the car, because I just ran it real hard, getting to the front. And then you got Tyler Rimreed beating on my back door. You know, he's trying to get around me. So I'm trying to hold him at bay and not overdrive the car and beat on the car too much after what I just put it through to get to the front. And everything came together, man. All the stars aligned, everything worked out. We were able to hold Tyler at bay, was able to keep the car out front and get the win. So really happy with that. And great job to Tyler too, man. He drove a heck of a race. Really phenomenal job.